Hi hustlers, welcome back to my channel. I am Antoinette Sydney. I give free anti-money laundering training right here. Please subscribe for more videos like this. We already spoke about what are PEPs, why are PEPs high risk. Now we want to talk about the categories of PEPs. Let's talk about the following categories: domestic PEPs, and I hope you're writing this down, foreign PEPs, international organization PEPs, immediate family, and close associates. Comment down below what my next topic should be. Thank you for subscribing and please stay till the end. Let's talk about domestic PEPs first. We will discuss some of the categories. The piece of law I'll be referencing will be Regulation 20 of the Financial Obligation Regulations of the Laws of Trinidad and Tobago. Good. First heading under domestic PEPs, head of state. Does anyone know our current head of state here in Trinidad and Tobago? What about our former head of state? You'd recall from my video on what are PEPs. Once a person is a PEP, they will always be a PEP. They will continue to maintain that status from when they were in office. So past and present counts. Okay, good. Head of government, former head of government. Does anyone know our present head of government at this time? You may be watching this in 2030. So comment below, who is the present head of government? What about the former head of government? All of these are PEPs. Senior members of the legislature, such as the President of the Senate, Senior of the House of Representatives, are all PEPs. Good. Senior politician or former politician. Some examples: a person elected in national and THA elections, senators, alderman. Does anyone know what an alderman does? No one can seem to explain to me what an alderman does. If you are alderman or you know what an alderman does, can you comment down below for the benefit of planet Earth? Thank you. MPs or members of parliament, government ministers, mayors are PEPs. Leaders of the opposition. You have the chief secretary, the deputy chief secretary, and the parliament secretary, all PEPs. Sometimes they'll even get certain exemptions. Can anyone tell us more about the exemptions that PEPs enjoy? Like you'll be exemption from VAT in the instance of purchasing a vehicle. There are a lot of benefits. Can anyone share with us anything that they know about this? Well, let's continue. Senior government officials. We have the permanent secretary or the PS. You'd find a PS actually runs the ministry. And if anyone can tell me otherwise, I'll be happy to learn from you. But I found that in ministries, it is the permanent secretary who would sign off on most things, who would effectively run the entire ministry, of course with the approval of the minister. We also have accounting officers under the Exchequer and Audit Act. That's a piece of legislation and it would state the names of these accounting officers, usually attached to ministries. We have senior judicial officers, our good and respectable Chief Justice. We have judges of the Supreme Courts, the High Courts, and the Court of Appeal. We have the Industrial Court, the Master, the Chief Magistrate, the Deputy Chief Magistrate. And tell me this, would you consider the secretary, the security, the drivers of these PEPs, would you also consider them a PEP? Comment down below. I'd like to hear your thoughts on this. We have the registrars of the court, the deputy registrars, and the assistant registrars, all PEPs. With senior executives of state-owned corporations. Well, the state-owned corporations that continue to operate, not those that have been dissolved. Some of the positions are CEO, chairman, president, the vice president, the managing directors, the general managers, the treasurers. Good. Important political party officials. And for this one, I'd like to say it doesn't matter if the political party is in power or it's not in power. It doesn't matter. You'd find with some political parties, like each would have their day. They may be losing and are irrelevant for years. And then 1 year comes and they win. So once a person is at a certain level in this political party, that's why they call it important political party official, this person is a PEP. Some of the positions are the chairman, deputy chairman, political leader, or the deputy political leader. So you see these categories I called out for domestic PEPs. A foreign PEP would be any of these positions, but they are from a foreign country. So any other country than your country. So for me, I'm in Trinidad. So if a person is one of these positions and they're not from Trinidad, that's a foreign PEP. Please comment down below other topics I should cover. This is as opposed to international organization PEPs. This is where the PEP works for an international organization. A foreign PEP will be attached to a country. International organization, as the name suggests, would be an entity or organization. It would still be a person entrusted with a prominent public function, and I'll talk about a few examples of international organizations. Some of the positions are senior management, directors, deputy directors, the board of directors, and from an international organization. Comment down below any international organization that may come to mind. It really pleases me to hear from you all. I really like seeing your comments, just to know that you are following with me and that this information is helpful. Thank you so much for subscribing. Yes, you are correct. Some of the international organizations are United Nations, the WHO, the ILO. Can you think of anything else? Let me know down below. Thank you for commenting. Let's talk about immediate family. So we have the PEP and their immediate family. We will talk about child mother and child father just now, but bear with me. Immediate family of the PEP would also be a PEP. Let's get into it. Immediate family members are individuals who are related to a PEP either through birth or marriage. This is the same regulation 20 I'm talking about. It actually defines immediate family members of a PEP as the spouse, the parents, the siblings, the children. It includes biological children, adopted children, or stepchildren, and children of the spouse of that person. Good? Let me know your thoughts on this. I really want to hear what you all think about this. Good. Cohabitants or common law would also be treated as immediate family member and a spouse for the purposes of the act. So you see, like, a boyfriend, girlfriend would be covered. Their common law wife or husband would also be covered. Does this make sense to you? Are you following with this? Comment down below, let me know. Thanks for commenting. And the last thing we'll discuss will be close associates. And this is why I think the law gets blurry. And you all know what they say about the law. Yes, the law is always correct. Individuals who are closely connected to any PEP, personally or professionally. What does that mean? Well, the law says any individual publicly known or actually known to the financial institution or FI or listed business LB via recommendation 22. So recommendation 22 of the FATF recommendation, that is helpful for your purposes to help you determine whether this close associate is a personal associate or a professional associate or even a close associate. Bearing in mind, you will be asked if you are a PEP. It will be the person to declare and to tick yes and take what category they fall under. This is not something you can beat out at the customer. If the person is known to you, publicly known, you may just say, are you sure you're not a PEP? Look on my Google here, I'm seeing you. You sure you're not a PEP? This is in terms of actually dealing with the person is before you. But other than that, you will be asking, if you work in a listed business or financial institution, you'll be asking the customer, are you a PEP? This will be on the form. Have you ever seen a form and you were asked, are you a PEP? Did you understand what it meant? Let me know if this was helpful. I have other videos, what are PEPs, what is the level of due diligence to apply to PEPs, and now we are talking about categories of PEPs. Let me know if this has been helpful, and I really appreciate you staying to the end. So subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll be happy to hear from you. Bye, hustlers.